Man, the Boston Celtics lost, as everyone knows, and we got to talk consequences. And we could focus on a lot of things. A lot of people are going to focus on Joe Mazzulla. I think as a first-year head coach, he was okay. He was bad in certain spots, but he was good enough. Yeah, you have to anticipate some progression, and I'm not one of those that believe you only get one chances in life, man. So give the man a second chance. A lot of people are going to talk about, the aging front line, with Al Horford being just too old, Robert Williams being unhealthy and everything. Some people will talk about the lack of point guard play, that although they addressed it, eventually it still came back to bite them in the ass with the injury of Malcolm Brogdon. But we have to focus on that tandem, man, that's been here for 7 years, I believe now, and that always comes close but never gets it done. And it's Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And you have to actually ask the question, should the Celtics keep them? And keep going and going back at it with the same core. And I was always on the side of caution and patience because I believe that those two guys being young would always have the opportunity to add on to the game year after year. And year after year, address some of them flaws and come back better, right? And if you look at their season, it seems, in theory, like they've done that. Both upping their scoring, both kind of upping their efficiency, being better on the defensive end, leading the team at first to one of the greatest offenses in NBA history, although they calmed down throughout the season. But nah, if you really look at it, in the playoffs, the same weaknesses came back. Jason Tatum, super up and down, actually pretty efficient from three, although he looks like he can make the three. He's shooting in the low 30% from the 3-point line again in the postseason, and a lot of turnovers. And JB, same stuff, man. He looks kind of crafty when it comes to some moves that he can do one-on-one, but in the playoffs, I don't know. It feels like he just wants to do too well, and he plays out of control. He just turns the ball over. And for whatever reason, he couldn't even get to the rim like that in this series. You got to credit Bam Adebayo. This is one of the only things that he did right all series was protect the paint. And yeah, man, he actually shot 16% from three for the whole series, which is unacceptable. And we all know who is actually the odd man out in that tandem. Jason Tatum had 14 points in Game 7, but come on now. We know he's the best player on the team. He always gets the toughest matchup, and he still leads the league, the team in scoring. And he had 51 in Game 7 against the Sixers. So I'm going to give him a pass because of the injury, and that he showed me against the Sixers that he was able to show up in that game. Jaylen Brown, on the other hand, man, I can't let you off the hook, man. This is the reason why you have two superstars on your team. As a second all-team NBA, that makes you a top 10 player in the league in theory. We all know it's not, but this is what you're supposed to be. You should be a top 15 to top 20 caliber player in the league. So if your main guy goes down, you still have to be able to perform and actually give your team at least a chance to compete. And yesterday, the Celtics at home did not have a single chance. Although they had all the momentum on their side, they did not. From 13 to 11 Heat, that was the last time the Boston Celtics were actually in the game. Then the Heat just kept them at stiff arm distance all game long, never got close. And Jaylen Brown, man, 8 turnovers. 8 turnovers in the Game 7 at home is unacceptable. 8 turnovers. The defense wasn't good enough. It just felt like he was completely out of control. It felt like the moment got too big for him, and I hate to say that about him because he looks like a mentally strong guy, but he just did not show that last night. And 19 points on 23 shots, 8 of 23, 1 of 9 from 3 for 11%. It just can't happen. 8 turnovers and 1 of 9 from 3. It's just not good enough. And he's earned the extension eligibility of $295 million this off season, which would make him the richest man in NBA history. The biggest contract in NBA history, $295 million. Should he get that? Hey, I think he's actually worth that. Not on the Celtics, though. He's worth that on the team that's not trying to win a ring. But on a team that's trying to win a ring with Jason Tatum as the best player, Jason Tatum is not good enough to win a ring with Jaylen Brown. That is like it. I'm just sorry. It's just not gonna happen at this point. If it was Nikola Jokic, maybe, but not Jason Tatum. So you're not gonna get rid of Jason Tatum. So Jaylen Brown has to go, man. I don't care that makes them actually worse next year. You do not want to tie yourself up to such a high contract on your second best player if he's not good enough to get you to the promised land. You just lost to the Miami Heat for the second time in 3 years. And it could have been 3 for 3, actually, if it wasn't for Jimmy Butler missing that shot in Game 7 last season. That's just not going to do it. That's just not going to do it. I'm sorry. So I believe you break that tandem. You try and see if you can get Damian Lillard. I think that's the move. If not, you just have to let him go, man, and you live with the results for next season. And you wait for the off season in 2 years, which will be way, way, way more interesting. So that's my opinion, man. Jaylen Brown, you've been putting a lot on the line for the Boston Celtics throughout the years. You've helped build the culture. I know Jason Tatum wants you back, and the chemistry is very important. But in my opinion, I don't think this duo ever gets it done at this point. So they have to try something new. It's just my opinion. So get in the comment section and tell me whether you agree or not with me. If you don't, it's fine. Break down your opinion in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you guys for checking me out. Peace.